Go.
Hello, I'm Miss Karen, and today I'm putting on the Arts and Crafts Parent Apron because I'm going to be showing you what to do when you are the Arts and Crafts parent as part of your working job commitment to the co-op. So, as a working parent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get here at 9 a.m. with my child and be ready to help and prepare the classroom for the day. Now, if you're wondering what to do, you have little cards inside your apron that tell you what to do at every time. You can also come up here and you can see right here all of the duties that you are going to have. So I'm going to actually just bring this with us. Usually we just leave this here, but I'm just going to show you here. The first thing that it says to do is to set up the paint and the paint brushes on the easel. So let's go over into the other room where we do our art, and you're going to see how we're going to do that. So right here is our art area. There's two components to art during the day. There's the art project, and there is the painting that we do on these easels. Now, to set up the paint, you're going to go over here to this right here, and you're going to see all these different colors already in here. If there isn't a lot in one, go ahead and refill it. The paints, the extra paints are right over there. If you're in the pre-K class, you're going to put out two colors on each side of these easels. What colors should you put? Whatever you think you're going to go together well. Doesn't really matter. Right. That is a very small paintbrush. For the purpose of these, we're actually going to use these big, chunky paintbrushes. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick them in here so that it, yeah, just take that right off there. We're going to keep this main lid on, and we're going to stick a paintbrush right in there so that it is ready for the day. You're also going to want to put some paper up there. If you can look over here, you'll see this is where some extra paper is. We use this cheap paper because they're going to go through a lot of it. And I'm going to just use these clips right here. So for each one of these sides, there's 4 sides. We're going to be putting on 2 paints, 2 paintbrushes, and a paper on each one. Now for the 3s class, you might just use 1 paint and one paintbrush, especially early on in the year. You know, they're just going to be wanting to just smear paint all over the place. So with the 3s, you can just do 1. With the pre-K, we're going to do 2. All right, so that is the first thing we're going to do. The second thing it says here to do is to talk to the teacher about the art project. So come and talk to me. This here, we're at this table, we're going to be doing a variety of different art projects, including these. This is our letter of the week art project that we work towards. Come and talk to me and see what you might need to prep. Sometimes it's cutting out little bits that are ready to glue onto there, like this trunk here, or maybe this yarn. You just want to get the lowdown on exactly how that art project's gonna be before class starts and before things get really crazy later on. See if you need any prep work or anything like that. All right, once you've talked to me about that, if you are in pre-K, you're going to put out the traffic slowers in the parking lot. And you're also going to turn on the lights in the bathrooms and prop the bathroom doors with door stoppers. So just go around to all of our bathrooms and turn those lights on. All right, after that, when we have our arrival, we're gonna come, and the kids are starting to come in. It's gonna be your job to play with the kids and engage them as much as they can. Now here it says in the math center. In reality, you just go wherever you're needed. But Amelia, here, come with me and we'll show how we might interact with some kids in our math center over here. All right, so in our math center, we're going to be working on playing with whatever's over here. That might mean a board game. It might mean building. It might mean this puzzle. So, you know, if they are working on this puzzle, go ahead. You just might help if they're frustrated. Say that must be frustrating. You can't find where that piece goes. You can help them and encourage them as much as you want, much as you do at home with your own child, making sure that you don't do it for them, but you encourage them and give them help and assistance seconds where need be. All right, so after that, it's gonna be circle time. During circle time, you're gonna try to make sure that all the children are paying attention as much as possible to what's going on. If they're poking somebody else, giving them a gentle reminder that we have our hands to ourselves, but otherwise you're just watching and making sure that everyone's engaged. Now, when we go out to the playground, the arts and crafts parent is on swings duty, all right? So, swings mostly is pushing. It's not too hard, except that there are 2 swings and there are a bunch of children. And a lot of times, everybody wants to be able to have a turn. So you're gonna make sure that any children that are not swinging are lined up against the wall near the swings, and maybe give everybody 20 swings and then switch out and let somebody else have a turn. 20 is a good number. It feels like a lot, and you're giving them the skill of counting up to 20, which is also a good thing. All right. Also, of course, with the swing, safety is key. We're making sure that nobody's running out in front of the swings or anything like that. All right. When it comes to coming in and then going into room 2, for art, we're going to go back over there, and you're going to be doing the art project. You'll be leading that. Here we go. All right, so any children that are interested in doing the art project will sit right at these chairs here, as Amelia's going to do. All right, it is completely up to the children whether or not they want to do art. We encourage them, but it is not necessary. So we're gonna fill up the chairs at the table with children doing the art project. If there are too many kids interested and there isn't a seat, just say gently, as soon as somebody else is done, you can come and you can do the project. But this is about as many as you could probably take at once. At the same time, the paper on the easels will need to be changed. So if you have nobody here, that's easy. Then when you see a painting's finished, you go over there, you use the Sharpie in your apron, and you write the child's name that just completed it on the easel, on the painting, and then you're gonna take it over onto the drying rack and then put down another piece of paper. Now, sometimes things get a little bit crazy, and we have all these children all needing your help at art, but then also the painting is going on. In that case, do not worry, I'm gonna be there to help. Also, we have other parents that are helping that can just pop in and switch out that painting paper, because that can get a little bit nuts when you're trying to do both. Also, when you are doing an art project, make sure that you label each project with the child's name and then put it off to the side to dry. All right, at the end of the day, if they're nice and dry, you can take them out and put them into their cubbies to take home. Sometimes they need a little extra time to dry, and in that case, you're just gonna leave them. All right, so that is our art project. Okay. At dismissal time, you're going to be helping to bring the children out to their parents. That means that I'll tell you, oh, this so-and-so's parents here, please put their stuff into their backpack, and then you'll take them out again. Finally, when the day is done, it is going to be your job to wash up the brushes and return them to the easels. And you're going to do that in the bathroom that's just around the corner here, because the brushes at that point will be full of paint. So wash them all out, set up the paper on the easel for the next day, replace the foil tray if need be. Usually that doesn't have to happen. And just clean up this workstation. Any spilled glue, whatever, refill the glue if needed. Sweep the bathroom floors, check that the toilets are flushed. And then for pre-K, you're gonna be vacuuming room 1. So I'm gonna show you where our vacuum is kept. Here we go. We get a little time on our feet, which is good. We need that. All right, so our primary vacuum is over here. This is our Dyson. It is cordless, so you're just gonna take this out and then you're gonna vacuum up the carpets here in room 1, and then you're just gonna plug it back in again and empty it if it needs to be emptied. And at that point, your day is done. You can go home and just decompress all the fun with your child.